Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS and the inventor of the CTKS method and Borsog trading. If you're new, a very warm welcome, and welcome back KS family. From my 30 plus years in financial markets, I explain the smart money mindset to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, gaining real wealth and positive excellence in the process. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please subscribe to YouTube. Please consider sharing and liking this video, and also subscribing to the channel. We would love to have you as part of our globally extended KS family. I've left helpful links in the description of this video, such as the tax software I use, as well as links to the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass. Please seek out an ambassador to get 80% off. And you can also apply for the CTKS Partial Masterclass Scholarship. The link is also in the description of this video. And please note, I don't have WhatsApp or Telegram. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin is currently down 0.77% to 19,031. Ethereum is up 1.27% to 1330. You can learn how to be a crypto technical analyst in the CTKS Masterclass. The first thing that we do is to mark up our charts with the CTKS method. And then, as you've seen from the news, we look far and wide, seeking to understand the market and look beyond the charts before going back into the crypto market. But before we press the buy or sell button, we must master emotional control. That's where positive excellence comes in. We don't want to be victim to emotions such as FOMO, fear of missing out, or FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. The first way we defud and defomo ourselves is with our Borsog Code, and we pop this in on each and every day to understand how the market is moving. And what is that about? It's about you synchronizing in with the market. When you're synchronized in with the market, you're going to do really, really well. When you're desynchronized, perhaps just step away from the market for a day or two. Let's have a quick look at the main markets. And we can see there's a lot of fear inside the markets at the moment. Globally, markets are selling down, and Masterclass students, you get my live chart in LV19. There's currently a lot of anxiety in the market. Will we hit the previous low and bounce up like we've done in many different cases, or will we continue down? When we look at the ACWI, the All Country World Index, we can see that the markets are very, very weak at the moment. And we're literally getting climactic sell-offs. When we look at the S&P, percentage of stocks above their 50-day moving average, only 4.37% of stocks are above their 50-day moving average in the S&P 500. And if we look all the way back to the C19 sell-off, that got really brutal, with less than 1% of stocks above their 50-day moving average. When we see big sell-offs like this, the question is there more follow-through, or are we done yet? Are we there yet? And of course, are we there yet just simply means, are we at the bottom yet? Quite a few videos ago, I talked about the September and the October effect. That's where stocks typically sell down. Financial markets are quite weak during that period of time. We're also in a midterm election year, and we generally get rallies from November into the end of the year. So something to keep in mind. The next FOMC meeting is in approximately 40 days, and we've got around a 66.9% probability of a 75 basis point increase yet again. One thing policymakers should keep aware of is if they actually destroy demand, companies will seek to increase their prices. And as rates increase, housing becomes more and more unaffordable. So why is yet another 75 basis point increase on the table? If we look at the 5-year forward inflation expectation rate, it's still going up, as the 10-year break-even inflation rate is also going up. It's not good. And Masterclass students, you'll get a deep dive in this particular chart and this chart as well in TM4. Looking into next year, next April, we can see the federal funds rate is predicted to be at 4.675%. And you can see the 2-year, the 5-year are increasing, but there's a bit of a drop-off on the 20-year and the 10-year and the 30-year. NASDAQ was not happy. The NASDAQ was basically saying, I'm not happy at all, rates come down. But Bitcoin was basically chilling, just went down a little bit, but nothing like what happened to the NASDAQ. There's currently a massive amount of geopolitical instability, and that instability has wide-ranging consequences across the entire world. And the consequences of that are being felt far and near. So let's have a look into the main markets. We can see in the past trading session, the VIX absolutely spiked upwards. And Masterclass students, you'll get my live chart and a deep explanation of this in TM6. We saw that the NASDAQ remains under resistance. It's selling off. Bond prices sold down quite substantially, then had a little bit of a rally up. We saw the inverse in bond yields. The dollar, the global wrecking ball, is out in full force, and it's wrecking gold. And we also saw oil lose its support and sell down. Junk bonds are telling us risk is a long way away from the market's preconceptions at the moment. The US dollar currency index is definitely impacting the market. Using the CTKS method, we can derive smart money buy and sell levels. And we saw yesterday, in yesterday's video, we had so much strong support under the DXY. The likelihood was that the dollar would go further up, and that's exactly what's happened. It's literally been on a rampage, and it's currently 113.023. We can see a support level below at 112.737 and minor support levels below that as well. And when we look at the Stanfield levels on the NASDAQ 100, we can see that we've got strong support at the 10.847 mark. The NASDAQ is currently 10.867, but we have a very big gap between the support level, that strong support level, and support levels below it. If we're going to lose this support, we would expect to come down to 10.298. We of course always do three-dimensional decision making. What if we just consolidate along here, or what if we go up? We can see that we've got some resistance levels between 10.963 and 11.009. As well, we've got a resistance level, a stronger one up at 11.218. If we look at the daily Stanfield levels on gold, we can see that gold was definitely rejected. I mentioned yesterday that so many attempts for gold to get above this key resistance, playing in at 682.70. It just failed, and with the dollar going on a rampage, it certainly lost that particular level. If gold continues to sell down, the next major support will be at 15.99. If we see a recovery in gold, we would expect to come back to this 1682.70 mark. The reason that we look at the main markets is Rule 225. Bitcoin cannot escape the stock market's gravity. Let's get an understanding of the news related to Bitcoin. The payment giant Stripe now supports crypto payouts for freelancers who do not have bank accounts in USDC. Stripe is a competitor to PayPal. Estonia has made its first Bitcoin license for the Striga Bank. And Striga Bank has very, very good backers such as Y Combinator. It's really fascinating as the crypto market is going under negative price pressure. Singapore's largest bank expands crypto trading services to its 100,000 clients. And UK retail investors have estimated to have spent over £30 billion on crypto in the UK. And the top 5 most popular cryptocurrencies amongst UK consumers who have invested: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, Litecoin, and Chainlink. And crypto payments are being used for clothing, houses, holidays, watches, and gym memberships. Indonesia is tightening crypto regulation with stricter rules for exchanges. One of their new rules to be proposed is that 2/3 of directors of crypto exchanges need to be Indonesian citizens residing in the country. Sorry, CZ. Also, crypto exchanges will be required to use third parties to store client funds, and they'll be prohibited from reinvesting stored crypto assets. And Brazilian federal police launch Operation Colossus, where their 6 cryptocurrency exchanges are involved. 158 government officers, including 130 federal policemen, were involved in this operation, affecting search and seizure orders for 6 cryptocurrency exchanges and 4 Forex institutions. Binance is creating a global advisory board to tackle regulatory challenges. This is all about the world's largest crypto exchange, which is Binance, to go global by playing locally in multiple markets, and by managing regulatory complexity by tapping into the expertise of its members. And the UK government unveils a bill to seize, freeze and recover crypto. And that's specifically aimed at money laundering activities, stamping them out. That particular bill is called the Economic Crime and Corporate Transparency Bill. And this legislation is being built on the earlier Economic Crime Transparency and Enforcement Act. Iran is beginning its CBDC, with the pilot launching today. And the Bank of Russia, the Finance Ministry, agree on crypto mining regulation. A law is expected soon. Russia is an energy-rich nation, and Russia sees Bitcoin mining as both a profitable industry and a source of additional income for many Russians. When we look at Bitcoin has been just holding the Armageddon line. Armageddon lines are important because if we lose Armageddon lines, we can get steep sell-offs. At the moment, we haven't lost the Armageddon line, but it's getting close to doing so. There's a great deal of economic and geopolitical uncertainty, and this is weighing on both the stock markets and, of course, crypto. When you look around and see headlines like the Newsweek article just recently put out, nuclear war already a given, says Russian TV, everybody will be destroyed. Well, no wonder the markets are on edge. So how is Bitcoin reacting to all of these factors? Bitcoin says, don't mind me, I'm just going on a rally. And when we look at the Stanfield levels for Bitcoin, we can see we've got reasonably strong support at 18,460. Bitcoin is currently 19,318. If we actually lose this 18,460, we could go down as low as 18,129. And we've got another support at 18,244. But if we lose 18,129, it's a pretty sharp drop to 16,732. And it's likely that if we come down here, we're going to get a big sell-off because there would be a lot of momentum, a lot of people trying to go long in the market with their stops around the 18,129 level. If they get liquidated, it could cause a long squeeze, causing price to shoot down uncontrollably. But sharp angles always reflect, so that's one thing we bear in mind. But we can see there's, just like gold, just like the Nasdaq, there's not a lot of support below. This is a time for caution. Things will become clearer over time. Until they become clear, sometimes the best way to make money is to not lose it. And if we look at a resistance level, the next resistance level up is 19,985. There's always the probability that these lower levels of support could get retested across the weekend. Just have your ANF strategy ready. Think about if price goes against you, what will you do? If price just consolidates, what will you do? And if price goes for you, what will you do? You need 3 strategies at all times with the market on any specific trade and also your entire portfolio. Looking at the longs and the shorts of Bitcoin can give us a bit of an idea as to what is going on. We can see that the longs continue to buy the dip and the shorts are getting stopped out of their positions, causing a bit of a short squeeze here. Over the past 24 hours, there's been 149.05 million in total liquidations across 64,640 positions. And when we look at 24-hour liquidations, about 53% have been long. Over 12 hours, about 51% short. The past 4 hours, say 87% short. And the past hour, around 95% short. Just what we saw in the chart. And we can see overall more longs have been liquidated than shorts at the current moment, but that may actually turn around depending on how out of control this short squeeze gets. We look at the markets as crypto technical analysts because we need to understand Bitcoin. We look at Bitcoin because we need to understand our beloved alts. Rule 45, no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. Total crypto market cap has increased 0.36% over the past 24 hours, up to $946.37 billion. The greatest gainers in the past 24 hours, reserve rights up nearly 16%, Chronos up nearly 15%, Algo up nearly 10%, Helium 8.56% up, XTC 8.34% up, and Axie Infinity nearly 8.3% up. The greatest losers over the past 24 hours, Leo down 12.23%, Ton down 6.79%, Lunacy down 5.44%, Ape down 3.71%, Decred down 2.27%. Some interesting news in soccer and crypto, and hey, why not? AC Milan in partnership with Monkey League on Solana. Monkey League is the AAA game developed on the Solana blockchain. As we've seen with Chili's and the socials, this could be an out of control market segment. And when I mean out of control, I mean out of control in a good way. ADA has successfully upgraded to the Vassal hard fork. And that brings major performance and network capability improvement to the ADA blockchain. In other news, B0X and Ukideo have been penalized by the CFTC. Metaverse land trading volume drops 98% from its peak in 2021. I think the socials are now starting to pick up that slack. And Web3 firm Chain reveals a multi-year partnership with the New England Patriots. Let's have a look at how our beloved alts are performing. Ethereum following Bitcoin's gravity. BNB following Bitcoin's gravity but with greater strength. ADA starting to break out from Bitcoin's gravity. XRP has been absolutely romping, but the key to just bear in mind, the XRP court case will not be settled for some months. Solana is starting to break away from Bitcoin's gravity. Doge is absolutely barking up the right tree. DOT is pretty much in alignment with Bitcoin's gravity. Poor old DOT, it's just been a laggard. And we can see Matic taking off with the alignment of Bitcoin's gravity. One thing to always keep in your mind, as Bitcoin moves, so too do 99% of the cryptos as a community focused on emotional control. And emotional control is incredibly important. If you do not master emotional control, which is rule 734 from the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass, you will buy and sell at the wrong times. It gets a little bit worse than that. If your emotions rule you, you'll get stuck in zone 1 or zone 2. If you get your emotions under control through boundaries, and those boundaries are generally mind-numbing losses because emotions can't control trades. They can only give you losing trades. So to break away from the lose money rule zones, we need to get into the make money rule zones and the keep money rule zones. They're all about patience, learning, courage, and mastering fear. And that's what we look at, as well as the CTKS method to mark up your charts, how to read the outside societal charts that happen all the time. We're focused on charts, so we just use the news to throw any light. we can possibly get on how the charts and why the charts are moving the way they do, then we come back into the crypto market, understanding that if we enhance our pattern recognition, we'll see patterns play out time and time again that will lead to profitability. But before we buy and sell, and there's many ways to do that, we must be unemotional. If our emotions control us, we've already lost. That's why, as a community, we focus on sustainable fulfillment, meaning and happiness and success through positive excellence. That's all about being kind, having integrity and decency. If you have integrity and decency, you never need to remember what you say because you're not lying in the first place. And if you have kindness and authenticity, you don't brutally go around being honest with people and telling them off. This leads to inner peace and outer peace. Inner peace and outer peace are the doorways to fulfillment and meaning. And they're very beautiful places to live from. In yesterday's comments, we talked about strength. The day before, we talked about boundaries. And thank you everybody for your comments on strength. It's really important to discuss these issues. If we don't think about them, we just don't put them on our mental radar. I'm always looking at ways that I can increase the value that I deliver to you each and every day. And a lot of members in our beautiful global family have been reaching out and saying the news is really cool, but I'm going through it a little bit fast, so today I slowed down a bit. One of the most important things you can do each and every day is put your Borsog Code in, even on the days that you want to run away, literally run away from the market. Don't run away. That's smart money pushing you away. You want to be smart money, not controlled by them. And thank you to everyone for your comments. Rajat said, strength helps us survive through adversities and flourish during favorable times. It also assists in gently enforcing our boundaries with others. And thank you also to Dreamsick. Setbacks are a good time to slow down and gather your strength for the next leap up to the next level. One step back, reevaluate things, then 2 steps forward. Strength can be a very active property in your life or a more passive foundational subconscious set of principles and disciplines that you abide by. I think one thing that's really good with strength is to be a person of your word. If you say something, mean it. And well done to everybody who puts in their Borsog codes. You're actually telling the market, hey, pay attention. I'm doing the right thing here, so reward me. And the market will say, yeah, definitely. In the comments today, I thought we could talk about entitlement. Entitlement basically means that you're entitled to something even if you haven't earned it, even if you haven't worked for it. You're just entitled to it because you turned up. Combating entitlement gets people out of the panic zone, and there's so much panic in the markets at the moment. I believe that this is a really good thing to talk about. If you ever use the words hope, luck, praying, impatience, fun, excitement, you're likely to be trapped in zone 1. Getting out of that zone is really important. And remember, this is nothing unnatural to be stuck in a particular zone. These are the 4 stages that all investors and traders progress through to become consistently profitable and attain real wealth and positive excellence. So no problem being in any one of these specific zones. If you're in a lower zone than zone 3, you want to try and get out of those zones as quickly as you can, just because it's too expensive to stay there. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you combat entitlement. To prime our minds for profitability in the crypto market, we have the CTKS Creed. And we can read out this creed while we go through and look for Borsog opportunities. I know the universe wants me to succeed. Every day I show kindness, integrity, and gratitude. I am worthy, I go slow to go fast. I start small and scale with Borsog. Life pullbacks give me the strength for the next life rally. I am dedicated and committed. I win or learn and never blame. And with every success in life, you have to have hard work to get it. We are never given success. We always have to earn it through our hard work and dedication. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.